Madison. I'm 7 years old, and I want to talk about the moon. This is a video about the moon, and I'm going to be showing you another video maybe soon about how the rocket works. I'll bring like a replica of the rocket, and then I'll bring it apart. I'll show that. And now I'm going to talk about the moon, the solstice of the moon and that. Alright, as you see, first of the moon, this is how it works. They have to wait 3 days until to get to the moon. They have to wait 3 days to get to the moon. When it's time, 2 men go in here. There's 3 men. The 2 men go in here, and the one who watches it comes apart. And it goes here, and it goes around until it's time to land. And then they go land. And then it says the eagle has landed. And then when it's time to go, they go in here, they hit the eject, they go in here, and then the 2 men go in here, comes apart, and then, as you see first of the model, as you see the capsule and the command module. It comes apart, but this one doesn't. I'll show in the other video where it comes apart. It comes apart, and then it goes, for re-entry, it goes back this way. It doesn't go forward and go around. It goes this way, and it goes around and around and around. And then, as you see, this top of the model, that's supposed to come up, fly into the Atlantic Ocean. Then parachutes come out 3. It goes into the Atlantic Ocean. People jump out of helicopters and save them. They open the hatch. See here the windows, the hatch, and all the other stuff. And now, people come out and open the hatch, get the 3 men out, and the mission's over. And then, I'll tell you about the Apollo. I'll tell you about what the missions were. First, Apollo 1. It had a disaster. It had a fire. And then all 3 people died. They didn't get to come out. They didn't get the... Yeah, it was too late. The fire was only like 2 minutes. And then it was gone. And then Apollo 2, unmanned flight. Apollo 3, unmanned flight. Apollo 4, unmanned flight. And Apollo 5, unmanned flight. Apollo 6, unmanned flight. Apollo 7 went up and circled the Earth. Apollo 8 went up and circled the moon. Apollo 9 circled the Earth. Apollo 10 circled the moon. And then Apollo 11, the first one to land on the surface of the moon. Apollo 12, another one to land on the moon. And Apollo 13, it was supposed to land on the moon. That was another one that was supposed to land on the moon. Another moon landing. But this is a neat story. And Apollo 13, they didn't make it to the moon. They like, first of the model. This is like the Apollo 13 spacecraft on the country. And then they asked the commander. The commander was called not Jim Neville. It was commander. I forget his name. It's Swigert. They asked Swigert, Mission Control, to stir the tanks. They asked him to roll at 060, and then they stirred the tanks, and then it blew this up. Right here, this whole thing blew up. And then, after like 4 or 6 days, they should only be up there for like 6 days, but they were up there for 5 or 4. It's because the problem happened, but they didn't get to land on the moon. As I showed you on the model, that it land on the moon and this go. Will you stop that, kitty? And then, but they ain't gonna do that. They just let the whole thing, go to outer space. And then, this will disconnect. And then, I showed you about how that worked, how it splashed in the water. And then after Apollo 13, 14, another landing on the moon. 15, another landing on the moon. 16, another landing on the moon. And 17, and the last one to land on the moon. 17, 18, 19, and 20. They shut down the network. They didn't get to go up. There are a few museums in Florida have them. And were close to where they launched. And that's about the Apollos. Thank you. Bye-bye.